Previously on the Whitetail Pro Series.
Somewhere in South Carolina trying to find deer. I don't know where the hell they're at, but we're going to find them somewhere.
Everybody apparently is sort of keyed in on the same thing.
They don't have to shoot through me to shoot a deer.
Whoever shoots a buck tomorrow will win this thing.
Oh, there's a buck right here. God almighty, I believe I missed him.
The way you handle that scope on that gun is going to play into this scenario.
I got a problem. I didn't have it on video. Got her. Smoked. If that doesn't put me over the top, something's wrong, man.
John Stanley, that puts you as champion of the Robin's Neck Invitational.
Today's day one of the AWA Whitetail Pro Series, a scout morning.
We're in northern Missouri, right on the border of Iowa and Missouri.
That wasn't the best shot in the world.
AWA rules are 100 yards away from each other.
Yeah, I'm gonna go set up right on top of your
I didn't know I was going to make Andy that mad.
chicken, dude.
Chicken.
Yeah, it is.
There's a few words he said to me that I haven't let many people get away with saying to me before.
How's that chicken? One bean field on 3,000 acres?
I sat there and told you where I was gonna set up. You went in and did it anyways.
He knew I was in there and he saw us flagging and he drove right in there anyways, and I don't agree with that. He don't want to give, and I promise you I'm not going to give.
We're at the State Line Bone Mine for the second qualifying event in the AWA Whitetail Pro Series. The sleet's turning to snow, and with no sign of letting up, these are less than desirable conditions for deer movement. Day one of hunting is coming to a close, and Brandon knows he must pull the trigger soon before legal competition shooting time runs out. With weather conditions getting worse, to get a clear shot, he knows it's now or never.
Oh, you know what? I didn't push the damn record button. Can't believe I did that. I cannot believe I just did that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Proof, once again, that there are other elements besides finding the deer that come into play.
See that button right there? You're supposed to push that button before you shoot a deer in this game. This is the first time I've ever forgotten to push that button. Luckily, it was a small buck. It was just a 4-point, but that's another 30 points or so. That could have really helped me in this game. It's going to be a tight game, I think, but we got about 3 inches of snow already in about 2 hours. I think we're going to head back to camp, warm up, and see how bad that hurt me.
The competitors regroup at base camp to relax after a long day of hunting. But for the ones who pulled the trigger, the anticipation of finding out scores grows with every bite. AWA judge David Fort comes to deliver the first day's results.
Yeah, it's been a tough day today. Deer just didn't move much. Sleet rolled in about 12, followed by the snow about an hour later. Still snowing outside, supposed to snow through the night. Despite the tough conditions, we had 4 of you guys pull the trigger today. 6 deer shot. Ryan, unfortunately, your deer was after legal shooting time, so it will not count. For Brandon, Jason, and Doug, your scores are posted in the taxidermy shop. You will take the code we assigned you, and you will be able to view your score and others, but you will only know your score. Get a good night's sleep, guys. We've got more hunting tomorrow.
Now that the scores have been posted, the competitors who have points on the board can see how they did on their first day. After seeing the results, they're given a few moments to recap the day's events.
All right, today was pretty interesting. Low scores today.
Lack of movement. You can tell that these deer have been hunted really hard for quite a while. Tied for first. Man, I've been here before and it didn't end up so well for me.
I'm tied for first. I'm pretty sure I'm tied with Jason.
I expected to be here. I expected to be in the top 4. Not a surprise or anything. Tell you what, with this snow coming down all night long, could be anybody's game.
You know, I never thought I'd be sitting here thinking that a 4-point would be the difference between first and second place, but today it is.
Being tied for first puts a lot of pressure on me.
I mean, I forgot to push the button on a 4-point buck tonight.
Hope it's as hard for everybody as I think it's going to be.
Sucks. pretty bad. It sucks on two different counts that we're actually in northern Missouri hunting does and 4-point bucks. It's just got to be the conditions. That record button it screwed me tonight, that's for sure. That's sure. I'd have first place wrapped up for today.
Hopefully add on to that score tomorrow. I just want to make it to Kansas. If I don't get one in the morning, I hope nobody else does either.
Man, this is tough. My motion's been a wreck. Pissed my good buddy off today. Lost my cell phone. I'm shooting does in northern Missouri. Well.
Next morning, the hunters get an early start and find more snow and colder conditions. It'll be a tough hunt for sure.
Well, it's the final day. This is the last morning that we have to qualify for the championship. Top 4 are going today. At lunchtime, they're going to tally up the scores, and the top 4 go to the final. We got 8 inches of snow last night. The deer are going to be locked down, I think. So now I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do. Either go get in a blind, kind of glass around this morning and wait till this evening to make my move, or risk spooking deer and going in there and sitting this morning, because the mornings have been pretty tough. Might run into town and get some steak and eggs.
The conditions here in Missouri have been dry and cold, and now we went to 6 inches of fresh powder last night, so it makes it easy to see deer, but deer don't really want to move in this kind of stuff, so it's going to be tough this morning to get a deer on his feet.
While Doug picks his spot overlooking a field from a box blind, Ryan chooses to settle in on a ridge near the edge of a different field.
It's the last day. Talk about putting all your eggs in one basket. I'm tied for last place. This ridge right here has a lot of deer on it, but the problem is it's too dense to get in there and still hunt or to set up a blind or a stand. I know that there's deer in here right now. If they come out to feed, that's anybody's guess, but that's my guess, and that's the only thing I got.
It's been real frustrating with the constant weather changes that we've had, you know. Dropped 6 inches of snow on us yesterday, and it's just got these deer where they're not moving, so I don't know what else to do but sit over a food source, and this is the best one we found on this farm, so if a deer's gonna get up and go feed this morning, you gotta come here.
My initial plan, was to hunt, the standing beans, here on this property, and everybody coagulated to the same area. So there was a 160-acre pig farm that I figured I'd give it a shot. Nobody's going to be there. You come in with a game plan. You get your 1 day of scouting, and you put in your time, you scout. You hang your flags like you're supposed to, and come to find out, at the end of the day, you got 4 other guys, surrounding you. They're not helping me out, and we're not helping each other out by being clustered. Guess I picked the lesser of 2 evils. It didn't work out for me, but I may try something different.
Been sitting here about 2 hours. It's cold. Haven't seen anything. Finally stopped snowing. We got about 6 to 8 inches of snow on the bean field. I really want to be in the timber. It's kind of pointless sitting right on this food source in the morning. I had no clue how the deer are going to react to this snow. I really want to be in the timber, but I just didn't have a good enough setup. We only had 1 day to scout, 1 day to hang stands. I just didn't have enough time to get a setup, especially with the wind change right in the middle of it, a big weather change.
Well, we're being lazy this morning, even though there's 6 inches of snow and it's cold. We got a heater, and we're staying nice and warm. So, we're gonna give it another hour or so here, and we'll get out, try to walk some country and see if we can't get a deer out. They're just not moving. At least we're warm.
This time, the cold weather and stuff, these guys are complaining about it. I deal with this for 5 months out of the year, stuck in Anchorage. We get it, it gets -10, -15. I was actually just on a hunt in Canada that got down to -37. That was cold. This is nothing to me.
I've been up in this tree stand for about an hour. I'm trying to stay out of my main spot because the way the scoring's set up, I don't really need to get anything until this afternoon. That's when the points are going to count.
There's a great big buck in this area. He was out in the open last night at some point and he's bedded just to the east of us. That's what I'm going to concentrate on tonight. Conditions are bad. Never hunted this hard for a day.
Kind of mad at myself. I know I should have been in that timber this morning. We didn't see anything on this field. I was really hoping they'd have been on the field when I got here and I could have snuck up and shot them like I did yesterday morning. We got about an hour and a half for us to check in. I think I'm gonna go ahead and move a blind back over there and try catching deer coming out this evening. It's really the only option I have. I'm gonna stick with this 160. Hopefully what I scored yesterday will be enough to get to the final four, and then we'll be competing tonight. All set up now. This is so much fun. I'm having a blast. I'm right ready to make snow angels. We just got set up on this blind. It blew away a couple times while I was trying to set it up. We got a good backdrop today, so it should stay bright long enough for I can get a good shot and turn in a scoreable image. I just don't know how the deer are going to get to the beans when it's 8 inches under snow.
Setting the stand this morning, snowing when we got up, brutally cold, so decided to set the first hour or two in a box blind, kind of take the easy way out. Came out here to some of these draws. As I'm coming back to the truck, right behind me on this road, I glance down in the fence and there's a doe bedded. And she doesn't know I'm there, so I get my gun on her, hit the record button, pull the trigger, and the bullet didn't fire. Before I could get her picked up, she boogied. That's how this morning went. No deer for Doug.
After facing sub-zero conditions, the competitors head back to face each other in the elimination.
Well guys, it's been a tough couple of days. You started off scouting in sub-zero temperatures. You've been hunting in sleet, snow, little to no deer movement, fighting that the whole time. Really tough. Guess you just call it late season Midwest whitetail hunting. Despite the conditions, we had 3 of you get on deer. So if Jason, Doug, and Brandon will step forward. You 3 guys will be going out this evening to compete for the title of the State Line Bone Mine Invitational. You've also, all 3, secured your spot in Kansas where you will compete for the AWA Championship. Congratulations. Fortunately, for you 3 guys, we're taking 4 to Kansas. So you're gonna go out this afternoon also. You're gonna be competing for that 4th and final spot in the AWA Championship with a winner take all. Good luck, guys. You got 1 afternoon to get it done. Do it.
The competitors definitely have their work cut out for themselves. For the afternoon hunt, Ryan heads back to a familiar spot, which he hopes will have good action.
I want to shoot something. We're killing something tonight.
Ryan hears something in the distance.
What happened? Somebody just shot. Where did it come from? Is that back there? I bet that was Andy Mitchell. I hope it was. That'd be awesome. Oh! Somebody missed their first shot. What just happened? Oh man, and they didn't record the second one. Oh, was that somebody else? Oh, get ready, actually.
And just as he suspected, here come the deer. Just as Ryan speculated, the shots he heard in the distance have driven deer out from the timber. As the deer approach the near edge of the field, they stop about 150 yards from his setup.
I think I just got in 4th place. They creeped in here. I guarantee you they're gonna come back out tonight and I'm gonna smack another one.
Doug returns to a field he scouted earlier in the week. No sooner than he picks his spot out, he spooks a deer right next to his location.
Quack.
That one got away, but Doug seems to think this area will be good for more than just a doe. Most hunters know that the window of opportunity for a clean shot on a deer can be small. This makes it crucial to know how to operate the digital camera scope. Jason double-checks his scope settings to make sure he's ready for any shot that might present itself. And it's a good thing, too. He quickly spots a couple of does on the hillside. As he prepares for his shot, the doe walks behind a fence post, making a good shot nearly impossible. Patiently waiting for the right moment, he repositions himself to get a better angle. She steps out into the open. His patience has paid off. Brandon heads back out to his 160-acre oasis that got him into the finals. It paid off for him this morning. Let's see if it pays off this afternoon as well.
We got 2 of these things. I'm hoping to use both of them. This one's gonna get shot, the first doe that pops out, I hope.
Get on him. Get on him. All right, I'm gonna shoot quick. Get on him. Okay, here we go. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. We got about 5 minutes. There's still a chance we still got a chance. You know how long it's been since I've been shook up over a doe? It's awesome. Oh, please be no delay. I want that trophy.
Ryan spots a group of does on a ridge coming toward him.
Okay, they're coming back, they're coming back. It's just all does. That's all right. Okay. All right, here we go. You ready? There we go. Give me some, bud. Yes. 4 minutes left. I knew it was gonna be the last minute. Thank you, Lord. I'm too cold to do a big buck dance like last year. And it's just a doe. But that was a hard fought doe. Oh my Lord, what a weekend. What a week.
With time winding down, Doug contemplates heading back to the cabin until he notices does on the hillside.
Oh, there's a couple does right there.
In order for his shot to count within regulation shooting time, he must take it quick.
About 1 minute. Oh man, I'm shaking so bad. Her head's behind a tree. I'm gonna go ahead and take the shot before I run out of time. We'll see. That was a long ways. I was shaking awful bad. I'm glad this is over. Let's go back to the truck.
Hunting time has officially ended, and the competitors head back to hear the final standings. It's in the judges' hands now.
Brian, Andy, Ryan, you guys all got on some good stuff during scouting. It just didn't quite pan out for you during the hunt. As you know, we've only got one more spot in Kansas, so it all comes down to how you did in the tiebreaker this afternoon. One of you's probably feeling pretty good. You did pull the trigger today. Brian, Andy, your hunt's over. Ryan, you're going to Kansas. Congratulations.
With fourth place secured, the other finalists will now find out their seeding.
Congratulations, guys. You had some harsh conditions to deal with today, but you all managed to have a good hunt. Matter of fact, all 3 of you pulled the trigger today and turned in images to score. These standings will reveal your advantages in Kansas, as well as crown the winner of the State Line Bone Mine Invitational. Our third place finisher will receive a 20-minute head start over fourth place in Kansas. They also will receive 1 extra shell to be used on either day 1 or day 2. But the catch is, you got to tell us which day you're going to use it. Congratulations to our third place finisher, Jason Verbeck. Our second place finisher will receive a 20-minute head start over third place. You will also receive 1 extra shell for the competition, and it can be used on either day 1 or day 2. You do not have to declare which day you're going to use it. If you don't use it on day 1, it can carry over to day 2. Now our first place finisher will receive a 20-minute head start over second place, and will also receive a bonus shell on day 1 and day 2. Congratulations to our second place finisher, Doug Williams. So congratulations to Brandon Cartwright, our State Line Bone Mine Invitational Champion. Come up and get your trophy, buddy.
This completes the second qualifying event for the AWA Whitetail Pro Series. Now that the top 4 from each event have been named, the stage is set for the championship in Kansas. For more information about the Whitetail Pro Series or to become a member, visit awapro.com.